afternoon, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today I am playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. The Sergeant at Arms is a person who opens the meeting and sets the pace for the whole meeting and also sets some parliamentary rules. So the first parliamentary rule that I would like to welcome you all to the meeting number 345 of Toastmasters of Delhi. With this, I would like you to have certain rules. First, let me tell you the Toastmasters mission. This is a Toastmasters Club mission. It says that we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The parliamentary rules are very simple. The first thing is that we shall not make any in and out movement. Second is please take out your mobiles and put them on silent mode or airplane mode, whichever is comfortable for you. Okay, somebody can help you with this. Third, please do not do any side talks. Fourth, please applaud and really loudly and very cheerfully greet the Toastmasters who are coming on the podium as their role players, because what we need in Toastmasters is encouragement, and the more you encourage them, and the only way to encourage the role players is by giving a loud applause. Other than that, there are nothing else to do. Yes, when you are delivering a speech or doing a role play, it is said in Toastmasters we should refrain from three things, that is sex, politics, and religion. We should not talk about sex, politics, and religion on the podium. Though, if you are comfortable and you know that you will not be able to offend anyone with all these three topics, then you are most welcome to do it. But in case you offend, then the general evaluator is going to point this out to you, and that can be very embarrassing. So we should refrain from such topics. Why talk about politics or sex or religion when these are all things so private to us? With this, I would now like to call upon stage our presiding officer, Toastmaster Saurav Khan.
Thank you so much, DTM Sai. Wow, we have ISMM today. So nice. So I will not even ask you, but I want to invite ISMM host. Okay.
Am I a guest?
You are everything today. So when you are here, we love to listen from you.
I am Toastmaster Aisha, and I didn't renew my.
Most loving Toastmaster ISMM for us.
And I joined Toastmaster in 2018, and that time it was CC, Competent Communicator. Then you have to complete 10 speeches in CC. Then I completed Competent Communicator. Then I completed one path, and I completed second path, level 3. And earlier I was very sincere, very punctual. Now after I joined today after 1.5 years of gap, so I am little bit nervous on stage.
No, you are not.
That's my introduction.
Thank you so much, ISMM. While I introduce ISMM, because I believe you already, some of the guests already came first time today, and from ISMM you can gain some confidence. So who all are the guests today? You? Great. Can you share your introduction?
Thank you all members of Toastmaster. And today, Saf Rizvi is my friend, and he told me about a Toastmaster. So I am thinking everyone know the importance of the communication skill and yeah, okay. Actually, I am a senior software engineer. I am working in the Flintist Corporation, situated at the Electronic City, Noida. Okay, so I got to realize whenever come to face to the client, I get nervous to communicate because I want to improve. That's why I am here. I want to improve my communication skill because I have to faces the many challenges. So so, so on the daily basis and the regular basis, we need to communicate with the client, and we collect the information and distribute this task to the junior developers. So on that time we face the many challenges. So I want to improve my communication skills and the social skills so that we can communicate easily. I can grow. I can grow in the industry. I want to become a manager. So I want to learn the manager skill and develop the confidence. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much and best of luck. You can settle down definitely. And who is next? Yes. Your name?
Vedivedi.
Please share your story.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Vedivedi, and I am finally a student from Delhi University. I am here in Toastmaster for improving my speaking skills. As my elder brother guided me, and my senior also said about Toastmaster, so I am here.
You are from which place of Delhi? Which part of Delhi?
Southeast.
Great. You can settle down now. So on that note, we'll come once again on this 345th Toastmasters of Delhi's meeting, and we normally have a meet and greet with guests. We have another guest here. Sir, your good name?
Sir Alok.
Alok.
Yes.
Can you share your story? Introduction of yourself. Come here
Yeah, sure.
in front of everyone. Let people know you better than you know you.
Hello everyone. My name is Alok Rathore, and initially, what I felt that I just to grow in my life, personally or professionally, I need to sharpen this English language. So I was looking for a platform which can provide me opportunity for the same. And yeah,
Great. Let's enjoy the session. On that note, I will not take much of your time, and I straight away invite our Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Sahil Madan. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh. Okay. General evaluator, I'll take the help of my notebook today. I have speeches also, so I don't want any information overload. So there are tons of articles on how to be productive. We most have read through them. We want to be more productive, more and more productive throughout the day. Today, I'll keep it very short and simple. I have 10 pointers, 10 myths that we'll be discussing about part by part. And we'll straight away jump to the first myth. Okay. How many of you copy the habits of successful people if you want to be productive? Okay.
Try to copy.
Mark Zuckerberg wakes at 4 a.m. or Tim Cook has only one meal in a day. We all try to do that. We
Yes,
have
I
tried to.
didn't work.
Didn't work. Okay. So we all have tried to do that, but that in fact is a myth. See, there is a difference between idealization and inspiration. I want you all to be inspired by those people. I don't want you to idolize those. I don't want you to put them on a pedestal, because that creates the idea that they all are perfect people with perfect routines. They all have very productive days. They are perfect. They are perfect routines. They are doing everything correct, and they don't have down bad days or less productivity. So the first myth is that you don't need to copy the habits of successful people. I want you all to idolize. I want you all to get inspired by them, not idolize them. The second myth that I'll talk today is, how many of you feel at the end of the day I should have been more productive today? How many of you feel that? I guess everyone does. Now, what I want all you to do is to replace the should with could. I could have been more productive, but tell yourself it is okay. See, beating yourself up won't get more work. Won't get more work done in a day. So instead of should, replace it with could. I could have been more productive, but it's okay. I wasn't. Tomorrow is the next day, new beginnings. So it's totally fine. Okay, I'll continue with these myths, but for now I'll explain the structure of a Toastmasters meeting for all our guests. A Toastmasters meeting is divided into three sections. The first section is prepared speeches, in which active members of our club deliver their speeches under certain levels and certain projects. The second section is the table topic section, in which we have a table topic master. He or she will allot some topics to you on the spot, impromptu, and the guests also have an opportunity in this stage to come up on the stage and improve their impromptu speaking skills. The third section is the most important section of any Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation section. This is called as the breakfast of any meeting. In this section, various evaluators evaluate everyone, almost every speaker, every evaluator is evaluated, and in certain levels, what went good and what could be improved. So, yeah, this is the evaluation section. And to introduce the tag team and the evaluators to us, I would like to call upon stage the general evaluator today, Toastmaster Aisha ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil. And I am the general evaluator of today's meeting. And my role is to evaluate the whole meeting. I am responsible for the proper document of this meeting. For this, I have a tag team. Tag means timer, a counter, and Graminian. I will call one by one. They will come on stage and they will describe their role. First, I would like to call timer, Toastmaster Amit Kumar, for their role. Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, Aisha, and good afternoon, all the Toastmaster and the guest today. So today I am taking a role of a timer. Here in the timer, I'll evaluate the time taken by all the speakers. I'll evaluate the speakers, all four speakers, and the table topic speakers. I have the color cards in my hand. For all the speaks, there's a time is allotted. For the speeches, it's a 5 to 7 minutes. After completion of 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At the 6 minutes, when the 6 minutes is already have 6 minutes have been done, I will show the yellow card, and at the 7th minute, the red card. The red card means you have only the 30 seconds left to conclude your speech. And same for the table speaker. The time is 2.5 minutes, and at 1 to 2 minutes. And on the at 1 minute, after the 1 minute, I will show the green card. Then 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card, and at the 2 minutes, I will show the red card. Red card means you have to again 30 seconds left. So, because one of the hallmark is of a good speaker is to share his thoughts and views within a specific time limit. So, I wish all good luck to all the speakers today to conclude his speeches within the time limit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. The next one is a counter, Toastmaster Miraj.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So I'm the aha counter of the day. Filler words or crutches cause an interruption in the speech which distract the attention of the audience. They reduce the impact of the speech. I shall make a note of the pauses, filler words, repetitions, and filler sounds used by the speaker and the role players. Filler words are words like I mean, well, so unintentional sounds like also will be noted. Any unintentional and excessively long pauses during the speeches will be noted. I will submit my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miraj. Thank you. Now it's time to call our Graminian, Toastmaster Mahira Javed. Toastmaster Mahira.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I am the grammarian. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers. Listening carefully to their language usage, I'll take note of any misuse of English language, like wrong use of grammar or incomplete sentences. I will also note any outstanding words or quotes used by you. As grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce you the word of the day. And today's word of the day is convivial. Convivial means a very friendly person or environment. For example, the atmosphere of this place is very convivial. I will keep a track of the use of word of the day, so each speaker is encouraged to use word of the day. I'll present the report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mahira. Any active listener is there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I would like to call active listener, Toastmaster Mahmood. Please come and explain your role.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm Mahmoud Hassan, and I'm an active listener, and I'm going to listen actively all the people. Even I'm going to make sure that everyone is listening or not actively. So, I will ask a question. Like a speaker will present their thoughts, their views. So, I will make a questions, and I will ask at the end of the meeting that that will make sure that are you listening actively or not. So please, I would like to request everyone that please listen actively, and hope we will enjoy this session. And that's all. Thank you so much.
Mahmood. I will come again in my evaluation session. Now, over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sahib.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha, for explaining the role. Okay, if you had attended a meeting in which I was a Toastmaster some weeks back, I took a session on the theme atomic habits. In that, I talked about a reward system. You know, whenever you are achieving a task, you should reward yourself. But the third myth today is something different from that. It is called using rewards, but in a different, that means the meaning is different here. So, we all are motivated by something like monetary or non-monetary motivation, but most of that is extrinsic. Extrinsic means I want to become a public speaker because that might lead to, you know, my salary hike or something like that, monetary incentive, or I'll do this and that so that I get more salary. What I want you all to do is to focus on intrinsic motivation. That means that I want to become a public speaker because I'll get the opportunity to network with people. I'll get the opportunity to talk with people to get them to know better. Because there was a study conducted in Germany in which 3,500 students were tested. Half of them were, you know, fed, fed brain fed with intrinsic motivation that you should get good marks so that you will get better salaries or something. The other half was basically trained so that you have a particular mastery in a subject, that you become the masters. Now, the one who was brain fed with intrinsic motivation, those group performed better later in life. So what I want you all to do is instead of focusing on extrinsic motivation, focus on intrinsic motivation. What you will get out of that. The next myth is consistency is key. Consistency is more important than intensity. We all have heard that. It is more important to stay consistent. Maybe you're performing at 40-50%, but over a long period of time, you have to stay consistent. Okay. But instead of that, intensity has always been given a bad name. It is bad to be intense. Instead, be consistent. But what I want you all to do is have short periods of intensity. There's nothing wrong in being intensive. For example, if I'm working a job, but I also want to start a YouTube channel, what I want you all to do is, if I'm not able to dedicate the period of time for my YouTube channel, go all in one day. Instead of focusing, okay, I'll give 1 hour each day. If you're not able to take out the time, you can take out one day and go all in on your YouTube channel to open your YouTube channel. So consistency is more important than intensity is not necessarily always true. There are some caveats. It is okay to be intense. Short period of intensity followed by a long period of rest is totally fine. Okay, from this, I'll move on to the next section, the first section, which is the prepared speeches section. In prepared speeches, as I told you, that active members of our club deliver their speeches under certain levels and certain projects. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Saurav. Toastmaster Saurav has been the president of our club, and he's a very happy-go-lucky person, a good person to be around with.
Very convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. His evaluator is DTM Shahid, and I would like to invite DTM Shahid on stage to please tell his purpose and objectives.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Saurav is going to deliver his project 3, from level 3, level 3, 4, 3, 3. Project 3 of level 3 from the education path called Dynamic Leadership. And this project is about story crafting. And the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. The timer, please note, is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish all the best to Toastmasters Saurabh. Thank you.
Hard work leads to smart work.
Okay. Hard work leads to smart work. Toastmaster Saurabh. Toastmaster Saurabh. Hard work leads to smart work.
Thank you so much. Once upon a time, there was a village, small village, under the foothill of the northern part. There, two friends lived together, and the most scare part was there, the unavailability of drinking water. And there was a small fountain on the top of the hill where villagers can go and bring the drinking water every day. Two of the friends, Ram and Sam, decided one day to visit that fountain and bring the bucket of water for the villagers. They thought that by bringing this water, they can not only help the villagers but also earn some money out of that. So they started their work each and every day. They hold two buckets, went to the fountain, bring the water, and bring back to the village. And thus they sell the water to the villagers, and they started earnings from that particular work. One evening, while sitting together, Ram and Sam, they discussed that this is a very hard work to bringing all this water from the top of the hill and bringing back to the village, and we are hardly earning a very few amount money. Why not? Would we do something? Sam told that no, it will not work. Okay, you are thinking in a wrong direction. Whatever we are doing, it's okay. Let's do whatever we're doing now. And at the end of the day, we are earning a handsome money, and at least our family is having the food each and every day. But Ram was not like that. He started dreaming to make it more easier to bring that water on regular basis. So he started scouting some informations, some techniques out of it. One day, he visited one of the wise person near to that particular village, and he discussed that how he can bring this water to this particular village so easily. The wise person told him that you first design a plan, then come to me and we will discuss again. Ram started dreaming once again how to design a plan. The dream became desire. He started scouting lots of things. Finally, he found a way to build a pipeline from that fountain to this village. He went back to this wise person and discussed the entire plan. Now he want money to establish that plan to make it happen. The wise person advised him that save money, do one thing. This your house is near to the main road of that particular village, so you can rent out one of the room, start savings, start use of small portion of food, and thus you can save money and invest that money to your dream or desire. Ram started doing that, and he stopped some of the trip to the fountain. On the other hand, Sam doing the same thing each and every day, went to the fountain, pour the bucket, bring back to the village. And Ram just doing half of it, bring back the water from the fountain, come to the village, and half of the time he invested to prepare that pipeline. After a certain portion of time, the pipeline was ready, and Ram insert a tap on it with a lock and key system. So when you open the tap, the sweet, cold drinking water come directly from the fountain to the village, and Ram need not to go back to that daily trips, invest his hard work, invest his time, and to bring that particular water. That actually stops Sham's earning. And thus, actually, we understand that a dream can become a desire. A desire can become a goal, and a goal can become a target. And when you focus on target, your target will become a passion towards your work. Thus, when you actually start doing something, whether it is a public speaking, whether want to become a leader, then you can actually scout the way out how to achieve your target and how to live your passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh. Our next speaker is myself, and for my speech objectives, I would like to invite DTM Shahid on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil is going to deliver his project. Did you share the details?
Yes.
Toastmaster Sahil is going to deliver the project from level 1, level 2, project 1. And this is about managing time. So the purpose of this project is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns. So why are we talking about this project is, let me explain it to you. Time is a very big essence in any public speaking platform. When you go as a keynote speaker or as a guest speaker, or you are performing any role here, there is a timer who is timing you. Now, if you are exceeding the time, that means people might get bored because they already know the agenda. And sometimes, if you are short on time, that you might not be able to give your complete message. So, time management is important. That is why this speech in this level 2 project is important, because here you have to understand what are the nuances of your time management, where you have to speak more and where you have to pause to finally finish something and get the message across. So I'll elaborate a little more in the evaluation part, and I wish all the best to Toastmaster Sahil for his project. It says your title. So the title is The Fitness Journey, Toastmaster Sahil, The Fitness Journey, The Fitness Journey, Toastmaster Sahil.
Thank you, DTM Shahid. In 2019, I passed out of school. We had an official farewell, as every school has, in the school premises itself. We were a lot of friends. We had a lot of dance, a lot of food, very convivial people. So before farewell finally ended, we had a lot of dance and food, as I told you, and it was finally time to say goodbye to school. We had to move on to the next level in our lives. Now, before my board examinations happened, the very next day of my farewell, the photos that we clicked the previous day, they circulated all across. Very happy faces, sad at the same time. Then I looked at myself in the photographs. Now, I did not like the way I looked. I had a chubby face. I had belly coming out. And although it was the most one of the most expensive suits of my farewell party that I had worn in my life, I did not like the way I looked, and I knew exactly why that was the case. So the reason is that in my 11th and 12th standard, I had a friend of mine. His name was Prabnoor, and I had taken the commerce stream, so I had joined accountancy and economics tuitions. And those tuitions I had joined in sector 14, 15 of Faridabad. For those of you who don't know, sector 14 and 15 are the food hubs of Faridabad. So every time I got out of tuition with this friend of mine, we had this scooty, and we were like food bloggers. We used to roam all around these 4 5 sectors exploring food. There were restaurants, there were cafes, there was street food, momos, pizza, burgers, everything that you can imagine of. And almost every other day, either me or him used to carry money and we used to have the street food. Now, Prabnoor was this guy. We all have that friend who is very skinny, and no matter how much he eats, he does not gain weight. And I used to look at him, I used to wonder, where does all this food go? So he was that kind of friend. I, on the other hand, I used to inhale oxygen, I used to gain 2 kilograms. So I was that kind of guy. So I was aware that I was gaining weight, but I chose not to care about it until I saw those photographs of my farewell. That was the moment when it hit me. So after my board examinations got over after 2 months, I made the logical decision that every person in this stage makes, that is to go on a diet and to go to the gym. I had another friend of mine who lived near my home. His name was Rohit. He was also in my same class. He was also a little bit overweight. He was also a little bit, he focused on going to the gym. He wanted to go to the gym. So we decided to go to the gym together near my home. There was a market in which there was a gym. So we went to the gym, and the trainer looked at both of us and he said, "Oh, you look quite healthy and tough guys. You should start by lifting heavy weights." Now, we had zero clue about gym. This was the first time we went to the gym. So we lifted heavy weights, we were able to lift it. And we were all happy and jolly. Oh, we are able to lift heavy weights on the very first day. So I came at home, I slept a very peaceful sleep. Now the next day, I slept like this on my side. And when I woke up, now my hands did not go beyond this position. They were locked in this position. Anything beyond this, it used to hurt. My whole arm was shaking and it used to hurt very bad. So I picked up my phone like this and I called Rohit, and we both had the same question, "Bhai, ye kya ho gaya? What happened?" So eventually, after 2 days, we tried to open our arms a little bit, and eventually, after 2 days, it got over. But we were scared by the concept of lifting weights for another 2 months. So we postponed it, and after 2 months, we finally again had the courage to go to the gym. So this time we went to another gym. We told the trainer of that gym beforehand what had happened. So he told us, okay, no worries. You should do some bodyweight exercises and you should do some cardio exercises. So we did that. There was no issues. 1 2 months we continued doing that exercise, but there was no progress. Even after 2 months, when I stepped up on the scale, I was at the exact same position that I had started, and I also knew what was the reason. I wasn't focusing on my diet. Now my gym was on the second floor, and after gym, when we both you stepped down, there was Raju Food Corner, and after gym we used to have a plate of momos almost every day. So everything, all the calories that we burned in the gym, they were balanced out. Eventually, this friend of mine, Rohit, he lost all the motivation. He got a little bit busy with college. But I tried to continue even with college. I used to go to the gym before college started, and I tried to focus on my diet as well. Now, instead of hiring a personal trainer who serves everything to you on a platter, your diet routine and your exercise routine, I thought I'll gain all that knowledge myself. So I watched dozens and dozens of YouTube videos and lectures. I gained an interest in the topic. I got to know the basic science of weight loss, and I started at 119 kgs, and after 5 months, I was standing at 99 kgs. So that was my weight loss journey. Now, before I end my speech, I want you all to think of your exercise routine or a lack of one, because it is very important to start something, even if it is a small something. Grab your shoes, go for a walk. Grab your bike, go for a ride. It is important to start. Take the advantages of the benefits that it provides you and see your body, your soul, and your social life improve. Thank you, and back to myself. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Deepak. Deepak has been very actively taking roles recently, and today is his first speech. To explain his speech objectives, I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Saurav.
Thank you so much. Um, though I'm a convivial person, but I'm totally confused today what to say about Deepak. Deepak is a very nice person, I can say that first. Okay, I always say beautiful person. That Sai sir told me that don't use this particular adjective to anybody because we all are muscular and this adjective doesn't go to this particular community. Okay, Deepak actually is going to give his first ice breaking speech. This actually needs courage to deliver a speech, which is the first time when we do it. I remember when I was delivering my first ice baking speech, it was there, recorded in Toastmasters of Delhi's YouTube channel. You can go ahead and check it. It was a horrible speech. I believe that. So I don't want to discourage Deepak, and I want to give him more confidence. And let's hear from Deepak. Okay, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sahib. Title. First line of
Three phases.
Three phases of life, Toastmaster Deepak, three phases of life.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today is my icebreaker speech, and I am going to share three phases of my life. Let me take you all 3 decades back. It was the day right before Janmashtami. My mother suddenly started with a labor pain. Immediately, my family in a worry took her to hospital, and after an hour, I arrived on earth. Generally, people think that Krishna has come to their home during the holy month of August. But my family, instead of Krishna, called me Barsati Mandak. I was a very notorious child. I used to beat my sibling and eat whatever they were eating. My mom used to tie my leg with a rope so that I don't run here and there. Now the time comes for, for schooling, infatuation, and career. My parents put me into South Indian school, thinking that I will be as intelligent as South Indian. It was really a very tough time for me because I couldn't talk much to anyone because of a language barrier. All students were speaking in Tamil. But God was very kind enough to me. After a year, He sent some student who could speak in Hindi language, and I developed friendship with them. After a time, we all had a gang of North Indian students. Whenever something happened in our school, we were called, assuming that this is done by this North Indian students. Let me share you one incident which I cannot forget in my lifetime. I used to be a student I used to be a backbencher and hide my face behind a student so that I can escape from the eye of teacher. One day, my geography teacher asked me, Deepak, just tell me where is West Bengal? I got so nervous, and even now I am feeling nervous. I immediately pointed my finger on the wall where the map was hanged. She got confused because never in her career she got an answer in such a weird way. Again, she asked me, Deepak, just tell me where is West Bengal? And my finger was there on the West Bengal, which was there on the map. She got so angry, she immediately called me and gave a slap on my face. Entire class was laughing and I was feeling very shameful. But after a certain time, this became a funny moment of my life, which I enjoy with my friends even now. My chemistry teacher used to call me Bajao Deepak because I never studied in her class attentively. I was not a good student in school, but I developed an interest in studies because I wanted to impress a topper who was a very cute girl. When I developed an interest in studies, she already left at school. After 12th standard, I started wondering what to do with my life. And after so much of introspection, I couldn't find anything. But fortunately, my friends were enrolling for CA. So eventually I. But in last year of my graduation, I started losing an interest in CA. And after completing my graduation, I joined GenPact. But within 5 to 6 months, I realized the importance of professional qualification and resigned from a job and again started preparing for CA. And after a lot of hard work, I completed CA in 2013. Now the time come for a spiritual seeking. After the CA, I started my job with the City Group. It was a good job with nice salary, but I was not at all happy with it. I was looking for something else. I started reading spiritual books, but nothing happened. So I discussed this with my brother. He advised me, why don't you join some meditation program? And without a second thought, I enrolled for a program, which was of the Art of Living program. And after the second day, I felt happiness within me without any reason. And then I got this is what I was looking for. And since then, I continue my spiritual practice every single day without a miss. And I would encourage even everyone who are present here to give it a try because it will change your life in many ways. Now comes the question why I joined Toastmasters. There are many reasons for joining Toastmasters, but the important one is to develop my leadership and communication skills. And I believe that Toastmaster is going to help me in it. So now I put a full stop on my journey. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. For those of you who don't know, in an icebreaker speech, it is a ritual of Toastmasters that the speaker has to receive a standing ovation. Okay. Great speech by Toastmaster Deepak. Next speaker. Okay, no speaker. Our second speaker is not yet present. So we'll move on with the myths. Motivation leads to action. You're sitting, you saw a motivational video, and you're motivated suddenly to go to the gym. You have that motivation for 1 day, for 2 days. Maybe some work pops up and you miss the third day, and your motivation is lost. What I want you all to do is to reverse the quote that is, motivation leads to action should become action leads to motivation. Whatever you have, whatever you want to do it anyway. Take action first, and then when you see the small results, when you see the small progress, that will automatically motivate you. So instead of motivation leads to action, action leads to motivation. So that is the fifth myth. Sixth myth is also something that I had talked about in an earlier meeting, which is multitasking. Now I'll not go into the depths of it, but in short, multitasking actually shows you down. There have been dozens of studies, there have been dozens of researches in which it is shown that multitasking actually slows us down, and the people who multitask are performing worse than people who focus on a single task at a time. So multitasking also increases the number of errors that you make. So multitasking is a myth. Instead of multitasking, it is better to focus on one task at a time. Okay. So we'll continue with the myths, but for now, let's move on to the next section. Our next section is the table topic section, in which we have a table topic master who will assign any one of you some topic, and you have to speak impromptu on the spot for 1.5 or 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, our table topic master is Toastmaster Chair. His debut role. Please welcome Toastmaster Chair on stage.
Thank you all. Good evening, everyone. Toastmaster and distinguished guest. So this is very interesting things in this Toastmaster is table topics, and it's give the opportunities to everyone to impromptu communication skills, increasing the impromptu communication skills, and also it's increase the improvisations, and also it's help to improve the listening and speaking and organizing and delivering the speech. So I will also appreciate that if you use the day of the word of the day today in your speak. So and this is the I will call you the randomly everyone, and also you can raise your hand so that I can call you. So now I start, and so I will start with the assignment.
You have not raised my hand.
Okay, okay. So please come and.
But I didn't raise my hand.
No, I can call any randomly one.
You saw I'm a nervous student. Okay.
Today is his day.
Tell me about the time that you failed with work.
Okay. Tell me the time.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. And Saf earlier said that Saf saw me that I was nervous, so he called me first. Thank you so much. I failed many times, not a single, many times, many times. Not in. I'm a very studious student. I did my graduation from Delhi University and post graduation from Delhi University, but. For example, uh, like I joined Toastmaster in 2018. That time I was very, very introvert. I am very shy, unable to convey my message to anyone. And one day, I have two daughters. One day, my little one said, "Ma, you want to go somewhere?" Yes, but I don't have any time. I'm a working lady. I have so many work at home. So no, you have to go somewhere and express your feeling. Express your feeling. Then the little girl encouraged me so much, and that's why I am here to this platform. And thank you so much, Mac. Mac is my daughter's name. Thank you so much, Mac, for giving me this opportunity. That's why I joined this Toastmaster. And I think last week, one is my international workshop. I gave a speech, a welcome speech, and everybody said that you spoke so well. You spoke so well that I thought, thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you very much.
Next, I want to call.
Sahil, we have a feedback from Aisha ma'am for Instagram. There should be a video there. Iman, Shur.
Tell me what your most significant accomplishments. Why was it significant?
I already thank you so much for this topic. I already told many of you about this accomplishment in the past that helped me grow.
No, I can change the question.
Yeah, so there has been many accomplishments that I have achieved in life. Starting with my school days, I was very studious,
but I used to stand second or third every time in my class. I never used to come first in my class, but I was in the top three. So I was really studious guy from the very beginning, and in the college journey as well, I was studious, and I don't know why, but I want to associate yes last time's topic with it, but I don't want to. Sorry, I'm not able to come up.
I can change the question. Tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult customer.
Aha. So I have been working with a Latin American company where there is a language barrier. We need to know Spanish in order to communicate with them. And being from India, we don't know how to communicate in Spanish, and we faced a lot of issues in connecting with them, communicating our thoughts. Even though our solution was really good, it was difficult communicating with them in Spanish because we have to get translators in order to get our thoughts transferred to them, and in the process 50% of the information is lost. If let's say we are conveying something, translator would understand 50% of it, and in the end the counterparts would understand 25% of it. So there was a lot of difficulties in order to make them convince about our solutions, and that is why I started learning Spanish and wanted to build a bond with them so that we create a convivial environment and collaborate with them well. And it has been a great journey. I have developed this as my hobby, and started taking classes over the weekends. And now I wish to visit Spain as well. That would help me grow in my language learning skills, as well as help my organization build that bond or camaraderie with our counterparts as well. So I'm really grateful that I could take up this problem into an opportunity where all the counterparts are happy, and in the end, we will get some solution out of it. So, yeah, thank you.
What's your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Alok.
Please come to Alok.
So you can also do this with guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me.
What does true friendship mean to you?
For me, true friendship means one who show up every time whenever you need someone, whenever you want to like talk to them. I mean, not every time you feel if you want to talk to them and they show, but in certainly in those time, I mean, he should understand when you need. He should be able to like understand those situation, and he should be understand your mood, like in what kind of time you need only talking will help. And one who can help in like in many ways, including monetary terms. And I don't know. That's all I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will call you
Oh,
Saurabh. He is very excited and waiting.
I will not ever want to forget my name. Yes.
What does courage to mean
What
to
does?
you? Courage to mean to you.
What does courage mean to me? Everything. Okay. I don't have anything. Okay. I'm a jack of all trade, master of none, and only I have one thing, that is the courage and the confidence. Whatever things come to me, I jump in it. Okay. At the age of 25, I got married, and I don't have a job that time. Okay. I was there in Delhi one day. My uh, up to wife. Okay, that time a girlfriend told me that my father is ill and he want to see our marriage. I told that, okay, let's do it. And I, I resigned my job, went back to West Bengal, got married, and on the final day of my marriage, I received a call from my next company that you have been selected and you are there in your next job. So my first job after marriage was there in Manupatra, electronic law library that I used to sell to all the legal fraternities, advocates, law graduates, CA, and I got married in the month of December. I got my next job in the month of January. So what I understand from my life and from my friends actually, they highlighted that, Saurav, I don't think that you have brain. You can think. So I only reply to that particular situation or that people that this is only life you have. Okay, do whatever you want. Just take the accounted risk and jump on it. Thank you so much.
I will call you some Vice Siddiqui. Tell me what a time your work was criticized.
Yeah, thank you, Sarji. Thank you, all member Toastmaster. Yeah, in every organization, when you work, and if you make any mistake, and the team criticizes on you, so on that time we maintain and keep patience, and the next time I want to try to improve, so this type of problem could not be happen again, and I develop so the quality I deliver in the good and the right direction. Yeah.
What's your name?
Wait,
What?
wait, wait.
Wait. Okay, wait. Come here.
Wait.
Hello. What is the best piece of advice you have ever been given?
Best advice.
Yeah. Best piece of advice you have ever been given.
Uh, what I recalling my advice to I give to my junior who is leaving the college because of the uh, money issues. But I convince him as I am from NCC and he was my junior. So I convince him to not leave his education for the just sake of money. So we arranged all the expenses he had living in Delhi and all the college fees. So he is now in college and he is completing his graduation next year.
What's your name?
Srinath.
Srinath, please come. What is the most daring things you have ever done?
Hi, good evening, lovely people here. So I hope you are having a good weekend. You had good week also. So I have been given the topic of daring journey or daring activity I have done. So I was I'm second child of my parents, and so I was very thin. I was very naughty, and when I used to go to school, everybody used to make laugh of me just because of my physical activity and the physique. I was very thin. I was looking very like skeleton. So at the very young age, I started working out. I started going to gyms, and then I started working out on my looks and all. And what I also started doing, I started interacting with people who are going to gyms, people who are going for trekking, people who are spiritual. So people uh, who are very who are not in a common public, you will hardly find. So I started interacting with them. So I was in there is a place in Darjeeling, Sandakphu, the India's highest trekking place. So I was there. I trekked almost for 54 kilometers ups and downs in the mountain. I did that twice, and I'm thinking to do it again in the Uttarakhand, and I'm thinking to do a tour on cycle all over India. So the daring thing I did trekking without any support all alone, and the next will be touring via on cycle. Thank you so much.
I will call to the Mehra. Please come. Yeah. What was your favorite childhood toy?
What?
What was your favorite childhood toy?
Childhood toy.
Yeah.
My favorite childhood toy was a doll, and I love that doll very much. My elder brother, who is around 6 years elder to me, once he came to me and said, "Maida, your doll is very sick, and I'm the doctor, so I'll take care of her." I said, "Okay, you're the doctor. She's sick." So what he did, he said, "She's very sick. She needs surgery," and he cut open my doll's stomach. He put too many injections in her, and after an hour or so, he said, "Your doll is dead." So we went to our garden. He said, "Now we need to bury her," and we buried her. So I didn't feel anything at that time. I felt sad, but the next day it was disastrous for me, and I was like, it was an emotional breakdown because that was my favorite doll. So that's the story of my favorite toy.
Deepak. Tell me what the time you had conflict with co-worker or manager and how you approach it.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests. My topic is sorry.
Tell me what the time you had conflict with co-worker or manager and how you approach it.
Okay. Many a times I'm in a conflict with my manager or co-worker, but I have a very simple deal to manage it. Just be silent. I don't do much thing, but I just keep myself silent and try to bring a right attitude at the right time. For example, if my manager say that this is to be done in this way, but I say this is principally wrong. So instead of just counter argumenting at the same time, I try to change a situation. I try to change and or frame a matter according to a right principle, and then show it to him that had I had you applied this principle, that would have been the answer for it, and then probably you would be agree for it. So this is my way to deal with conflict. And in my entire corporate journey, I have never been a very active counter argumenting person. So this could be this could be a negative sign also for me. Like this person does not have a does not have a confidence. But I don't think that being humble is a sign of low confidence. It could be a sign of wisdom also, or attempting to reply at the right time. So over to you. This is all.
Okay, thank you all. And if you did not get an opportunity, so you will get that opportunity next time because we have the crunch at that time. So thank you everyone. So I will return to the control to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chef, for those wonderful topics. Okay, the last myth we talked about was multitasking. The next myth, as I also mentioned in my speech. A lot of people come with, I don't have time. But do you really don't have time? Now, the word or the sentence that I want you to rephrase it with is that it is not my priority. As I mentioned in my speech, there was a friend of mine, Rohit, who went to college. He could not manage the gym at the same time. So he used to tell me, I don't have time. But the thing is that it is not your priority to do that thing. Now, if I give you 1 lakh rupees every time you start to go to the gym, you would eventually make time for that, right? It's that you don't have see the incentives in front of you doing that. But the thing is that you focus on instant gratification, not long-term results. So it's better to make time for things that give long-term results. Okay. The next myth is overscheduling or having a strict routine. Well, let me tell you my story. I was preparing for an entrance exam, and I used to, make our schedule. I used to make an hour-by-hour schedule. I will 5 to 6, I'll do exercise, or 6 to 7, I'll read the newspaper. 7 to 8, I'll study English, something like that. And every hour of my day used to be planned according to register. I did not do it, of course. I had a hard time managing the schedule. Even if I used to do 2, 3 things according to the schedule, I wasn't. There was not a single day when I did all the things that were mentioned in my hour-by-hour schedule. What my personal observation was, instead of having an hour-by-hour schedule, you can have. What I tried to do was having a day-to-day schedule. Instead of noting down all the things that you can do hour by hour, try to note it down what you will achieve in a particular day. So you can list down 4, 5 things that you want to do in a particular day, and you can go forward and achieve that. Even better, what I found was having a weekly schedule. So you can list down something. I used to write something like 200 questions of maths, 200 questions of English per week. So what that makes it flexible. That makes it flexible. Even if you don't want to do a particular thing at that point of time, you can do something other. In an hour by hour schedule, you are very restricted. You have to do that thing, or otherwise you won't get time for that thing during the day because you have other things planned. So that is my next myth. I would request a 10-minute break now before we continue with the evaluation and the theme as well. So we'll continue in 10 minutes at 4:25. Thank you.
To take advantage of this break, I have to make some announcements. We have a slew of new joinees, so I would like to introduce them to you. First, we have Toastmaster Mahira Javed. She has joined today itself. We have Shahid, Amit, he's a CA. He has also joined this week only. We have Shahid. He has also joined almost this week. We have Mahmudul Hassan. I would like to please be on your feet. Mahmudul Hassan, he has also joined today. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have joined immediately. It's more than a hat trick for our club. And we are having another 3 more people in line to join Toastmasters. So it's been a very proud moment for me. I would request you all to please mingle each other, know each other. What I'm feeling is, or I'm observing in this club is that we are being very formal. So, as we say, as the thing is said by Joker, why so serious? Why don't you just mingle? Because if you are talking to a CA, maybe someday he'll manage your books of accounts. If you are talking to an IT engineer, maybe someday he'll help you with cybersecurity. If you are talking to someone from like Myra, she advises people on exporting things to Saudi Arabia and back. So if you are into exports and imports, she is the go-to person. And if you are into studies and if you want to become a professor, Aisha ma'am is the person to go to. She'll definitely make you a professor. And right now, she has just taken all the burden from my shoulders of being the journal evaluator. I've been a journal evaluator for almost a year here. And Toastmaster Aisha has been so kind to take this burden away from me. Thank you so much. Let's stop the chat here also. Please. Hello. You can be our host to serve the tea. Good job. किसका रोजा है? Who has fast? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 7, 8. Okay. 8 people have fast. But आप लोग को नोटिस किया कि सौरभ का फास्ट भी लगा आज? अभी आया हूँ तो चंडीगढ़ से. He has a fast, है ना? Low on energy. President of the club and so low on energy. No. Physically I'm tired. आज हिमांशु का भी फास्ट. तो फास्ट is so contagious.
Sense of energy.
How? अगर आपको फास्ट नहीं ओरिएंटेशन करानी है तुम करोगे कि ओरिएंटेशन? मैं कराऊँ 4, 5, 6 लोग. चलो मैं करा दूंगा. मैं सोचा था ऑफलाइन करा दूंगा. टाइम संडे आप लोग फ्री हो? संडे टाइम संडे को आप फ्री हो, कंफर्टेबल हो? ऑनलाइन बट बिफोर 12 o'clock. बिफोर 12 o'clock. उसके बाद क्या हो गया? I have a date. I have somewhere else with someone. मजे है भाई. And who else is there? शायद आप कब अवेलेबल हो? कल
तो नहीं हो पाऊंगा. मैं जा रहा हूँ मार्केटिंग.
हम लोग पूरा दिन
Like 1.5.
मैं सो के उठूंगा 10 बजे, फिर तैयार होते होते 11 बजे.
चलो फिर एक काम करता हूँ, 1-2 की कराता हूँ. उसकी तो कराऊंगा, नहीं तो 5-6 सब एक साथ हो जाएगा, दिक्कत हो जाएगी. माहिरा आपका कल क्या शेड्यूल है?
If it's online, sir, then
हाँ ऑनलाइन है. तो ठीक है, ऑनलाइन मैं आपको पिंग कर दूंगा. 12:30 के बाद चलेगा? ठीक. 12:30 मैं आपको जूम लिंक भेज दूंगा. अपना लैपटॉप लेके बैठना. ठीक है, कम ऑन योर लैपटॉप. I'll give you all the details. आज आपका क्रेडेंशियल्स चले जाएंगे. You need to pay me. तो मैं आज ही आपके क्रेडेंशियल्स भेज दूंगा. दो का कर दूंगा आपका. फिर थोड़ा कर देना. Srina, you are available tomorrow at 12:30 online. 2, 4 और कौन रह गया? 4 है ना? शायद 5 लोग. शायद तुम्हारा रह गया. 12:30 अवेलेबल है. कर लो. 4 लोग आ रहे हैं. 1.5 घंटे में फ्री हो जाओ. 12:30 से 2 तक फ्री. ओके, 3 घंटे की. ओके, टोटल हो
चेंज कर सकते हैं क्या? जैसे मैंने बहुत पहले अपना वो प्रोग्राम में कोचिंग कर रहा था.
इफेक्टिव कोचिंग 1 महीना पहले अगर होता तो 1 महीने में कर लिया होगा. तो अब वो $20 तो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है कि
नहीं मैंने सोचा था आपको स्टोरी टेलिंग का मैं थोड़ा सोचता हूँ.
मैं यूजुअली अगर तो मैं किसी बुक से स्टोरी टेलिंग इसमें आएगी आपकी कोचिंग में. स्टोरी सेकंड लेवल, थर्ड लेवल पे आएगी. नहीं तो वो अलग से आ जाएगी. स्टोरी टेलिंग कोचिंग अच्छा प्रोग्राम. मेरा तो एनर्जी लेवल लो था. टाइम मैनेजमेंट वो है.
इन समर्स में तो और पूरा
नहीं एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा टाइम एकदम से ना बॉडी लो थोड़ी सी रहने लग गई है. 1-2 दिन से गर्मी आ गई.
हाइड्रेट करो, पानी वानी पीना. लेकिन ये है कि चलेगा 3 से 5 और कोई हम
नहीं नहीं, टाइम सर टाइम बढ़िया है सर, टाइम तो बहुत बढ़िया है।
क्योंकि इसमें भी वीकेंड भी मिल जाता है
हाँ
और
ये
मॉर्निंग भी मिल जाता
ये टाइम बेस्ट टाइम है। इस टाइम बंदा कुछ नहीं करता, अगर उठ गया तो सोता है या फिर ऐसे कुछ ना कुछ टीवी देख रहा हो।
ये टाइमिंग ठीक है, बट समर्स में
रहेगी ना, 7 बजे
एकदम निकलना ना उस टाइम
है। ऐसे ही निकलना। हम लोग तो क्या करते थे, हम लोग लंच करके लंच लाइट लेते थे, 2 बजे निकलते थे और हमारी आयशा मैम जो है ना वो हमें यहाँ पे पार्टी देती थी। महीने में एक बार हमारी पार्टी होती थी।
नहीं ऐसे तो फिर हम भी निकलेंगे।
पर उसके लिए आपको आयशा मैम को मनाना पड़ेगा।
लास्ट टाइम सोच रहा हूँ समोसे नहीं आ रहे हैं सर।
लास्ट टाइम तो समोसे नहीं मिलते थे।
कभी मनाएंगे तो
थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हुई, 8 लोग हैं ना। एकदम से
बर्थडे भी नहीं आ रहा किसी का।
बर्थडे, हम बर्थडे भी नहीं आ रहा भाई, किसी का बर्थडे क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
जो ज्वाइन करने वाला था उससे पहले देखता था
जैसे गर्मी में बच्चे नहीं होते थे पहले। एनीवेज आ जाएगा। किसी का बर्थडे नहीं है अभी? है? पूजा हो गई। तुम्हारा कब है? अप्रैल? तो ईद की दावत साथ साथ होगी, सिवैया और केक साथ साथ मंगवाना पड़ेगा। 25 क्या पड़ रहा है? ट्यूसडे। वो करेंगे, अर्ली करेंगे, एडवांस में करेंगे। आने वाला है, चिंता मत करो। बर्थडे इज कमिंग, डोंट वरी। चलो इनका करते हैं, सबका कर देते हैं। फिर रात को फिर लोग मगरिब के बाद ना थोड़ी नींद की झपकी आ जाती है, लेट नाइट कर लेंगे। नहीं मैं जल्दी कराना चाह रहा हूँ, फिर ना आपका वो ना हो, लैग ना पड़ जाए। 1-2 वीक्स तो आपकी ये रोल प्ले में चले जाएंगे, काउंटर लोगे, टाइमर लोगे, लेकिन तब तक आइस ब्रेकर प्रिपरेशन होनी चाहिए, जर्नी थोड़ा सा फास्ट रहेगी। नेक्स्ट वीक करा दूंगा, वर्किंग डे में करा दूंगा। अभी तो आगे जागने की रातें आ जाएंगी, तो जागने की रात में करा दूंगा, मैं नेक्स्ट वीक करा दूंगा। नहीं
ऑनलाइन में भी आते हैं।
एक साल पहले हुआ था, वो उनका लंबा किया। आज मैं बने जहाँ
उन्होंने क्या किया, इधर टाइमलाइन के हिसाब से मैनेज करनी या कोई ऐसी स्टोरी बतानी जिसमें तुम्हें टाइम मैनेज थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी होता है। ना किसी भी टॉपिक हो, ये टाइम मैनेजमेंट आपके टाइम मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्ट नहीं हिसाब की स्पीच फिटनेस जर्नी उसमें आपको बता बहुत बंदा था। और मैंने जब जिम ज्वाइन जिम ट्रेनर वाज नॉट वेल वर्स्ड विद माय कंडीशन एंड ही पुट मी इनटू immediately into cardio and I got those muscle cramps. Now when I got muscle cramps, I got scared for 2 months. Then I again went to another person who was a more better trained person. He told me to start with warm up and then move on to some cardio and then some hits. But he told me one, if you want to reduce your form, if you want to on your training, you have to manage your time. If you want to come, what is a clock? If you have to come to the gym, you have to come at this particular time and come at this time every day because at that time your body will start working and start reducing fat and start gaining. That is what time management is. वहाँ से आपको ठीक करना है, right? Time management is something that everything is about time. Even the Mahabharata happened during the course of time. It was a planned war. Anything you do in life has to be planned, has to be managed with time. ठीक है? वो चीज डाल के आपको पर्पस की है कि जी रिपोर्ट मत देना टाइम हम रिपोर्ट नहीं दे रहे हम ये बता रहे हैं कि व्हाई टाइम इज इम्पोर्टेंट मैं if I come on stage I deliver a 3.5 or 4 minute evaluation तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट है उससे क्या होता है जिसलिए मैं इवैल्यूएट कर रहा हूँ वो ओवरवेल हो जाता है मुझे 7 मिनट मुझे 5 मिनट के लिए इवैल्यूएट नहीं करना क्या उसको कमेंट ही कर रहा हूँ किसी की ज्यादा तारीफ करो तो वही हो जाता है उसकी भी तारीफ कम करनी लिमिटेड करनी ये पर्पस मेरी सजेशन ये है एज ए मेंटर इससे टीम का लोड Himanshu, you are coming a lot many times and not taking any role. You should take a role. No? The next time, ping me when you are coming and ask me for a role. Thank you. Please
You have been
continue.
studious in Toastmasters.
My role is yes.
Welcome back. So many negotiations, topics during break.
Okay, I have my last 2 myths related to productivity. One of them is doing critical tasks at the end of the day. We all think we should start our day by doing something very minimal, that's something that we like, that is also productive, that is also counted in the productive category. But that is not the case. What is suggested by researchers is that you should start with the most difficult task in the day so that you would get it done early. So instead of starting with easy task and then moving on to difficult task, you have very little motivation at the end of the day to get the task done. So instead of that, start with the most difficult task that you want to accomplish in a day. Next, our last myth is staying busy is equal to staying productive, which is not the case. Now, it is also always said that quality matters over quantity. If I do 10 hours of study and I am sometime watching lectures, sometimes I'm reading some book, when I'm bored, I switch to my Instagram. So that is not really productive work. Instead, if I do 1 hour of intensive, deep focus study, that is more effective than that 10 hours of study. So staying busy is not equal to staying productive. Focus on doing intensive work for a small period of time instead of just staying busy and achieving nothing at the end of the day. Okay. With this, I would like to call upon stage. I would this would be the evaluation section in which all the speakers will be and the evaluators will also be evaluated. And I would like to call upon stage our general evaluator, Toastmaster Aisha ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil. And I really took very difficult and very hard decision. Which one? I'm married. I took many years back. Now, without wasting any time, I would like to call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Shahid, who evaluated Toastmaster Saurabh and Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Shahid.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha.
You can let it both.
Yes, I'll take it today. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Today you must be seeing a glow on my face.
It's a relief.
Yes. It is because a lot of relief is there. I don't have to judge the whole meeting, evaluate the whole meeting. I have a comrade in arms who is helping me with this. I must really thank Toastmaster Aisha for taking this challenge. She actually messaged me on the very first day that if I come, I'll take the general evaluator. It was like she was complimenting me that Shahid, if you still are there, but I'll be the general evaluator for you. And that is why I wrote on the roster the Shahid Rafi or Aisha ma'am. But then I'll tell you a small Urdu poem and then I'll translate it into Hindi. मतलब इश्क का दस्तूर निराला देखा उसी को छुट्टी न मिली जिसे सबक याद रहा. इसका मतलब ये है, मीनिंग ऑफ इट इज स्कूल ऑफ लव has a very different constitution. The moment you start falling in love, you don't get a break up from the school. It is so overwhelming that when I joined Toastmasters, I thought it will be for my learning. But after 3 years, it was all give. Always there that you have to evaluate, you have to be the general evaluator, you have to be the area director, you have to judge contests, you have to be the chief judge, and whatnot. So my almost 5 years of Toastmasters have been all about evaluations and evaluations and evaluations. So here I am again with the evaluation of two stalwart Toastmasters of my club, people who are actually the pillars of my club. First, I would start with the president of our club, Toastmaster Saurav Khandra. Toastmaster Saurav delivered his project 3 of level 3. If he completes this project, I believe he will become the holder of triple crown for this year. Or you have another speech? No. This is the final speech. So tonight he'll just seek my approval on the website that he has completed level 3 and he'll become the holder of triple crown, that is completing 3 levels in one particular Toastmasters period, that is from July to June of any year. Now, this project is about story crafting. How many of you have heard professional storytellers? When you go to some restaurants or you go to some cafes, some very good restaurants are having these storytellers. In fact, in some gatherings also we have good storytellers. Storytelling is a very beautiful art, but here we are talking about crafting a story first, and then we learn into telling it. Toastmaster Saurav, I would really commend that the story that he crafted here was completely original. I have not heard of this story. He made two names, two characters, Ram and Sham, and then he told us about how they started working on water, bringing that water from a mountain to their village, and then monetizing it, and then wondering how they can be smart and earn more money. And one of them took some mentoring from an elderly person, and the rest is history that he brought a pipe and did the rest of the things. So kind of what I felt today in Toastmaster Saurav's speech was there was a lack of energy. I believe when I asked him offline, he said it was something to do with his travel time. So whenever you are having this kind of challenges, I would suggest that you ask your Toastmaster of the day to give your name at the end. So this is in general, and it is also a recommendation that if you are feeling low in energy and you have come into the meeting, sit back for some time, regain your energy, drink some water, energize yourself, and then come on stage. There is no hurry here because this is a completely family atmosphere, and you need to understand that here everyone is going to support you. So once you get that support, utilize it and take care of it. The second part is Toastmaster Soros started with once upon a time. So this is a very good start for any story. What I would love to do is, like, if I was Toastmaster Saurav and delivering a storytelling speech, I would first like to sit. Why would I sit? Because I want to make eye contact at the very front level. This gives a lot of body language to the storyteller that okay, we are connecting here. and then he starts speaking. Today, what am I going to do? Have you heard your dadi or your grandparents saying, "Today I am going to tell you a story of Mahabharata"? So they first put you into a preface. Any story should have a preface. So you first put a preface and then start the story. This is how it should work. Other than that, this was the purpose of the project has been completed. Toastmasters Saurav has completed level 3 and is now a proud recipient of the Triple Crown Award. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmasters. Now comes my second evaluation. That is the fitness journey of Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil eventually is also my mentee, and he this time was too busy, so could not just share the script with me at that time. Otherwise, I would have corrected it at that very end. So the purpose of any project, if not met, then it is decided and it is up to the mentor as well as the VP Education to repeat the project. Now, why am I saying this? Sometimes for all of you, because most of you are new Toastmasters, you might be not be able to connect with your mentor, or you might be feeling confident that okay, I can understand this objective. But always take a second opinion. Whenever you are feeling that okay, this is the objective of the speech, after level 2 and in level 3, level 4, sometimes they have a very tricky kind of language when they are speaking, they are writing these things. So here the objective was managing time, and this clearly said that you don't have to write a report on how you delivered the speech or how you worked on the speech on time management. You have to tell a story or give a speech in which time was the essence. Now, what Toastmaster Sahil would have done with this very project is very simple. He would have simply said that he started as a very plump and rotund boy, I mean, obese kind of a boy, and who was very fond of eating. Then one day when he graduated and he saw his figure in that gown, graduation gown, he felt uh, ashamed that this gown does not suit this kind of figure, and he decided to go on a fitness journey. And in that fitness journey, what he learned was that how he managed time, how the time is the essence. You know, our body is a clock. It works in the digestion, it works in the eating, and every clock is different. So it does not mean that you have to eat at that very particular time that is fixed by your parents. It is all about your body clock. You can start your lunch at 8 at 1, but finish it by 3. Between 1 to 3 you can have your lunch at any given time, and your body is asking for. So it is all about time management. Here this project was about time management of your fitness journey, how the uh, guide, the trainer told you that you have to be very consistent. If you are coming to the gym at 9 o'clock, then you have to come at 9 o'clock exactly and then complete that particular task in that very moment, so that your body cycle is working in it. So that is what time management essence is here. I am sure Toastmaster Sahil will take it in a healthy way and will deliver his speeches. And I'm giving him this benefit of doubt because he was doing multitasking. He could not focus on his speech. Taking the role of a TMOD and delivering a speech is a marathon task, and it is very challenging. And I'm really apologize for giving you so much of work and making you do this speech again. But then I'm sure you will do it. That will be all for the 2 speeches that I have delivered. Thank you. Over to Madam General Manager.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jai. Thank you so much. Now it's time to call Toastmaster Saurav, who evaluated Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Hi, Saman. So talking about energy, actually I'm more energetic, but because of my physique is a little bit tired, traveling from a long path. That's the thing. Okay, so 3 phases of life. What I understand, and I already shared that giving a ice-breaking speech is as difficult as like death, thinking about death. Okay, I heard this sentence from ISM ma'am when I started in the year 2021 December. During that 25th of December, we had that super cold evening, and I gave my ice-breaking speech. It is because of environment, along with my personal nervousness that saved me a lot. So Toastmaster Deepak did a great job. I believe all of you enjoyed this. He started this speech so confidently, and the entire speech has so many humorous parts that actually engages our audience so much. Only one recommendation I want to give: whenever we are here to understand this particular language called English, and we are little bit, it is actually a little bit difficult for us to uh, understand and proficient in this particular language. So, unlike a tough mother, you also have to be tough student to use it on a regular basis. Though if you are not using it properly, then also try to add it in your language. Or if you are using any sort of native language, please translate it in this particular language so that your subconscious mind will actually habituated to use this language in a professional area also. That's the main motto we use in our professional life, offices or colleges or in any professional gatherings. Last but not the least, we just lived uh, 3 decades, and you at the end you said that I want to give a full stop in this particular life. So don't give any sort of full stop. You have many more years to live, okay, and many more decades to live. So many confidence to you for your next piece. Thank you so much, and back to you, my
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurav. And I remember that 25th December, I also gave a speech that time. Yeah, that was my last physical meeting. Now it's time to call our tag team. First, I would like to call our counter, Toastmaster Miraj, for his report. Toastmaster Miraj.
Thank you. I mean, I have emphasized so many times that I used to think that people used multiple times while speaking in English, but I was wrong. People use so while speaking most of the time. And I'll start with Sahil. So he used so 9 times, and then I stopped noting down the flows. And one times, 2 times, 3 times. Deepak, he used after 3 times, also 2 times, so 3 times. Aisha ma'am, she used so 2 times. Himanshu, he used so 3 times, and one time, studious 2 times, and 1 time. Alok, 2 times, and 2 times. Ved, 3 times, so 2 times, and one time. Srinath, so 6 times, and 2 times, and 4 times. Mehak, she used and 2 times, so one time. Shahid sir, he used 2 times, so one time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miraj. Now it's time to call Gramanian, Toastmaster Mahira Javed, for her report. Toastmaster Mahira.
Let's start with word of the day. Sahil used it once, Saurabh used it once, and Himanshu used it once. That's all. Now coming to the speakers. The first one, Sahil. Sahil was as usual perfect in his grammar. He was confident, good eye contact. Saurabh was a bit low on energy today because I had attended last session also. He was very convivial that time. So today he is a bit low in energy and explains the reason for that. He had good eye contact, he's as usual confident. The third one is Deepak, icebreaker. For an icebreaker, it was a very good speech, perfect speech. He had good usage of humor, maintained good eye contact, and he was confident as well. Uh, some of the things which I noticed, Like somebody said, hardly earning very few amount of money. It could be said that hardly earning any money. Uh, when narrating a story, I might be wrong, sir. While narrating a story, I believe it has to be in particular tense. If you're narrating it in past tense, it should be in that tense. So I noticed today many of you, like some type of moment past tense, few moment present tense. That's the thing I noticed, and I believe that it should be in a particular tense. So that's enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's time to observe your listening skill. So,
Table topic evaluator.
okay, okay.
Timer also.
Timer last.
Timer last.
Okay. I forgot. Now I would like to call table topic evaluator. Toastmaster Sahib. Toastmaster Sahib. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha. First of all, I would like to thank Toastmaster Chef for bringing such innovative topics. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Aisha. Tell me about a time when you failed at work. Now, in such speeches, most people tell about their failures straight away, and it sort of becomes a very kind of negative speech because they're telling about their failures and all everything is negative basically. But what she did was she started with some positives, and then she contrasted into something which was negative or her failure. She was good at studies, as she told. However, she could not achieve something, so that was a failure. So that is the thing that I liked. She was a little bit shy, she was stuttering, but as she told that it was a meeting after a long time, so that is perfectly fine. She maintained eye contact and she was smiling. When she told about her child, she actually brought that energy of a child in her to depict her child. So that is also a positive point. She was a little repetitive, some sentences were, so that would be improved. Second speaker was Toastmaster Himanshu. Um, Tell me about a time when you dealt with a troublesome customer. I'm not very sure. Yes. Okay. So what usually happens is many of the speakers, you might be Einstein in your brains. You might have a lot of thought in your brains when you're speaking during the table topic, but you're not able to convert those thoughts onto your speech. Toastmaster Himanshu doesn't have that problem. I've observed. He whatever he thinks, he's able to clearly think and put that details into his speech. So that is a positive point. Secondly, he can instantly think of situations which are related to the topic. That is also positive. Although there were hand movements, but the stage could be utilized a little better. That is my recommendation. Our third speaker was our guest Alok. What does true friendship mean to you? Now, although he started spontaneously, he had content in his mind. One recommendation is that you should think a little bit before because you spoke 2 3 sentences and then you paused and thought. So, one recommendation is that instead of pausing after, you should pause first, think 30 seconds, and then speak in a flow until your topic ends. So, that is one recommendation. Toastmaster Saurav, his topic was what does courage mean to you? And I love the energy and enthusiasm that Toastmaster Saurav brings. He takes the topic head on, even if that is something that he might not be comfortable with. The energy and enthusiasm that he has, even if the content is not that great, or even if there are small mistakes, that is overlooked because of the energy. He had this. I'm not sure if it is called self-deprecating humor or self-depreciation. Anyone knows? I think it's self-deprecating humor in which you criticize yourself in a very funny way. So he has that, and nobody takes it in a negative sense. That is a very positive sort of humor. And he told about a point where he emerged out of a difficult situation by criticizing himself in a very humorous way. Our fifth speaker was I couldn't catch her name. Why? Okay. So your topic was tell me about a time when your work was criticized. A recommendation is that you could maintain a little bit more eye contact. You could use the stage a little bit more about hand movements, but that will eventually come with practice, so there's no worries. Next speaker was guest Ved. Best advice ever given. He wasn't hesitant. He took the topic head on, so that is a positive point. And advice was could be that a bit of hand movement, a bit of eye contact. He was straight looking somewhere down continuously. Instead of that, try to maintain eye contact with people. That is one recommendation. And also maintain some hand movement and some stage movement. So that is Ved. Okay, seventh speaker was Srinath. His topic was the most daring thing ever done. Now he has that sort of nice delivery, and people can actually feel what he's saying when he talked about Darjeeling. One recommendation is that although your content would be very nice in a prepared speech, in table topics I would recommend you to keep it short and cut straight to the point, because till the time you talked about Darjeeling, I wasn't able to connect with the point that you were talking about a daring thing. Instead, it was a lot about your introduction. So that is my recommendation. Our next speaker was Mahira. Her topic was what was your favorite childhood toy. I love that the energy. I love the energy and the nice smile that she got when she talked about her favorite toy, and she instantly came up with the topic, and she has that aura that everyone wants to listen. One recommendation is you are constantly looking at the ground. Instead, try to maintain eye contact with people, and you could maybe involve some hand movement. Our last speaker was Deepak. His topic was the time you had a conflict with a coworker. Now, this might be a topic that might be some controversial, but he tried to maintain very professionalism and did not try to degrade someone. That is a positive point. And one recommendation is that you could try involving some facial expressions. So that is my report as a table topic evaluator, and back to
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil. Now it's time to call our active listener, Toastmaster Mehul. The stage is yours. Shake hand. No.
Actually, I don't say.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Today I have played the role of active listener. So the process of listening I really enjoy a lot. I don't know uh, how much you listen, but I can say I never listen in this way. Like I have to present my report, and I really enjoy my role as one of the best. Robin Sharma, he says that when we are talking about communication, it's more important than listening. Like we are always hurry to give reply, so listening is more important. So I today I realized that I'm really blessed that I played this role, and I really enjoy. I listen carefully. So I'm going to ask you guys a question that did you listen that the way I have listened? So first, I would start with Sahil, Toastmaster Sahil, that he shared his 10 myth. So first myth was copy and productive. So what was the person, or he gave example? So what was the he gave example of two famous personality in this myth. So is there anyone who want to share who uh, what was the famous personality to
Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
yes, please give a round of applause. Yes, correct. And second, I'll talk about Saurabh. It's last because it's really interesting. And third is Deepak. He gave ice break, and when he entered in the classroom, so, and he always hide his face from his teacher, and he shared his journey. So his teacher asked one question first time. So what was the question?
Where is the West Bengal?
Yes, please give round of applause for it. Yes, it's correct. And after tension and depression and lots of thing, like mess up with lots of thing, so he joined one program. So what was the program name? Yeah, yes, it's correct. And now let's talk about Himanshu. So Himanshu is now working with the company. So what is the location of his client company?
Latin America.
Yes, you are right. Please give round of applause. And second is Srinath. Srinath went for tracking. thing that he have done. So what was the kilometer that he have done for his
54.
50?
34.
Sorry?
34, 35.
34, 35,
50.
54.
50 only.
Yes, 50 is correct answer. Okay, so at last but not the least, Mahira. So what happened? Uh, what happened with Mahira's doll at the end?
It was buried. It was buried.
That was murdered by his brother.
Finally, it was buried.
But at the end it did, like according to his cousin doctor. Yes. So and now let's talk about Saurabh, that he delivered a speech. So there was a two character. So what was the name? Ram Sham. Yes, you're right. And most important question is, what is the moral of the story of this story? Can anyone tell?
Dream and then desire. Dream become a desire. Desire become a goal, and goal become a target.
Yes, pretty close. Is there anyone who want to explain in few more words?
Hard work converts into smart work.
Yes, this is close. Yes.
What is
So
an exact?
actually, according to me, that this story I have read from the book, and the pipeline of the money, like he created the pipeline for money. So his friend Sam, he is working every day and he's not thinking in a smart way. He always used to carry a bucket of water and deliver in the village. So that was a different, it was hard work. But what did Ram? He did smart work. He built a pipeline, and he earning money while he is not working. So this is a smart work. And so people can do a smart work while they are doing hard work. So that's all for my that I have played active listener. And even I have talked a lot in different stage also, but I don't know why I'm shivering little bit here in Toastmaster Club. I am, and I'm really excited to uh, continue further my journey. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now it's time to call Amit, Toastmaster Amit Kumar as a timer. Toastmaster Amit. You want to shake hands?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you, SMM. So, today I played a role of timer, and when Said sir offered me this role, so I was thinking, यार मैं घंटा घर जैसा क्यों तो नहीं लगूंगा stage पे, but it was fine. So I'm noted a time taken by all the speakers. The first is the Toastmaster of the day. The allotted time is 10 minutes, and Sahil took in total 10 minutes 55 seconds. Speaker one, the Saurabh Khanra took in total 5 minutes 50 seconds. Sahil Madan 6 minutes 7 seconds. Deepak Santotia 5 minutes 47 seconds. And table topic speaker Toastmaster Aisa ma'am took 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Himanshu initially took 1 minute 32 seconds, but in when the topic was changed, so he took 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Mahmood 5 minute 10 seconds. Sorry, he's a active listener. So table topic speaker three Toastmaster Alok took 41 seconds only. Then Toastmaster Saurabh Khanra 1 minute 40 seconds. Then Toastmaster Y Siddiqui 30 seconds. Then now comes to the general evaluation part. The general evaluation role was done by Toastmaster Aisa ma'am, and I've not recorded her time because I'm just thinking that it cannot be recorded. because you were coming and going. So it's into the part and parcel. So I think it cannot be recorded. Speech evaluator one, the performed by Toastmaster Sahid, he briefed about the time management, but he evaluated his speech in 3 minutes 40 seconds. For evaluator for speaker one, Saurabh Khandra. Then Toastmaster Sahid took 3 minutes 10 seconds to evaluate the speech of Sahil Madan. Then Toastmaster Saurabh took the total 2 minutes 18 seconds to evaluate the speech of Deepak Santolia. Then table topic evaluator Toastmaster Sahid took 5 minutes 29 seconds. And we have four table topic speaker. Ved took 39 seconds. Toastmaster Srinath took 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Mahira 1 minute, and Toastmaster Deepak Santolia took 1 minute 30 seconds. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now it's time for my report. The meeting started at 3:04 p.m. Started at Toastmaster Shahid. Opened meeting with full enthusiasm. Recited beautifully club mission and housekeeping rules, and handed over this stage to our president, Toastmaster Saurabh. Toastmaster Saurabh, who took introduction of the guest with his smiling face and low energy. Encouraged guests to speak and handed over to this stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sahil. He chose very beautiful and very meaningful topic. He conducted whole meeting with full energy, encouraged everyone to participate in this meeting, really played a beautifully role of Toastmaster of the day, encouraged everyone to participate, and this is the beauty of Toastmaster of the day. And kudos to you, and big round of applause to Toastmaster Sahil. Only one suggestion. You can keep your papers on your hand. I remember that when I used to play Toastmaster of the day, I had, I think, 10, 12 papers on my in my hands. So no problem, papers. And one more suggestion in your introduction, you have to explain about icebreaker standing ovation. You have to explain, okay, that there was so much confusion about this. Table topic master, Toastmaster chef, they did fantastic job. Topic was interesting, encouraged audience for participation. I think he did first time this role.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, very well done. And for your future, I will suggest you have to call the participant. For example, Toastmaster Aisha. Okay. Then I came to this stage. Then you speak her topic. For example, uh, give your introduction. Toastmaster Aisha. Give your introduction, Toastmaster Aisha. And this is the right way. Okay? But you did fantastic job. Then after that, our evaluation, Master of Evaluation, Toastmaster Shahid, evaluated very well, pointed out the positive points, positive aspect of the speaker, and his approach was CRC approach, means commendation, recommendation, and commendation. That is very beneficial to the speaker also. Toastmaster Shahid, I pointed out one point that I missed in Toastmaster Saurabh speech, voice modulation, and expression. You can work on this. And Toastmaster Sahil, you can work on eye contact. I was sitting there, but you didn't see not a buns. I felt very bad. And now table topic evaluator. My God, it's a very difficult job, but you did fantastic job. Timer Toastmaster Amit explained his role beautifully and gave detailed report. And then what about our counter also explained his role and give detailed report. Graminian did fantastic job. Word of the day spoke so many times, explained her role and gave detailed report. Active listener did fabulous job. One suggestion for the timer. to please keep the card up. And after one minute, green card, after 1.5 minutes, then you show that yellow card and up in position. Okay. And anyone left? I don't think anyone left. Active listener. Yeah, you did fantastic job. Very good, very good. Really, I impressed so much with your stage presence. With your really did a fantastic job. And but I saw some movements on by during a speech. Doesn't look nice, and you please avoid these moments during a speech.
What was that?
Movements. Some people move.
Oh, some people moving very weird.
It doesn't look nice. If you are speaking on a stage, it distract the distraction is always
Not for
occur.
you, for us.
Yes. But really, I enjoyed. After 1.5 years, I really enjoyed this meeting, and I think this is my ghar wapsi after 1.5 years. And this Toastmaster is very convivial to me. And thank you, Toastmaster, and thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Anyone left with the bits? In case anyone is, please hand it over to DTM Shahid. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful evaluation by Aisha ma'am. Okay. To summarize the theme of the day, we talked about 10 myths today. First one, copying the habits of successful people, and instead of idolizing them, take inspiration from them, their concepts. Second one, I should have been more productive. I could have been more productive. So accept it instead of beating yourself up. New day, new beginning. Try to be more productive the next day. Using rewards instead of having external motivation like monetary or non-monetary. Try to improve yourself from within. Have intrinsic motivation why you want to do that particular thing. Consistency is more important than intensity, which is not always the case. Intensity always has got a bad name, but it is okay to have some periods of intensive work. Motivation leads to action. Please reverse that. Action leads to motivation. When you take action, you get small results, small progresses, and they give you motivation. Multitasking, please, it's a big no-no. It slows you down. The people who multitask have a worse memory. So instead of multitasking, please focus on one task at a time. Also, the famous "you don't have time." So it's not a priority basically. If you really want to do something which gives you long-term results, please try to do it and set it as your priority. Doing critical tasks at the end of the day, try to get it done first thing in the morning. Having a strict routine or overscheduling, as I told my story also, please try to have daily or weekly schedules because it allows for flexibility. Staying busy equal to staying productive, which is not always the case. Try to focus on quality over quantity. And that's it for the 10 myths. And I would now, that's it for the 345th meeting also. And I would like to now invite our presiding officer on stage, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sahil. It's amazing always to listen to Toastmaster Sahil. I believe you enjoyed it. Yes. No? Everyone talk about my low energy. So what I understand, what I understand from Toastmaster Sahil is that when you plan to fail, you actually fail to plan. So please make your schedule so that you can understand what you're going to do next. Are we ready with the certificates? No, I need time. So on that note, let's hear from all the brand new Toastmasters first. Okay? So all the brand new Toastmasters, please come on stage and share your feelings. Why you take that particular pen and pay for your Toastmaster ID. Okay? How you feel, how you felt last night, and how you are feeling today after attending this session. Okay? All the brand new Toastmasters. with round of applause from everyone. You are only one brand new Toastmasters. I heard that it's 4 or 5 or 6.
I have done it last time.
Last time?
Still brand.
No, from last evening to today.
Last evening to today.
What are the thoughts you cultivated in your mind? Starting from you.
Yeah, thank you all, and I'm very excited to join the Toastmaster. And also, I have the great teacher and motivators, Sai sir. So he always inspired me, because that's why I joined, because of the Sai sir. And also, I'm very glad that here very versatile, experienced persons like Aisa ma'am or Mehra or any other persons. And also, I hope that I get enjoy and I get a lot of the improvement in my personality. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please settle down. Next. Sachin. No. Srinath.
So myself Srinath. So this is my third day. In the third day, I became the Toastmaster. I joined the Toastmaster Club at Amrutpur. So just the motivation behind coming here, it was just meeting the community who wants to speak and learn and do the public speaking and gain self confidence. That is the reason I just joined. So from the Toastmaster Saurav, I came to know about the confidence. How can I speak with the confidence? From the Toastmaster Sahil, I came to know when you speak, how you when you're framing your answers, kind of crafting stories. I like the way he does. From the Toastmaster Deepak, I learned how to give the ice-breaking sessions, the stories, and with the humorous pointers. I like that. So from the Toastmaster Himanshu, how can you be more jolly while speaking? So this is where the my more motivation behind coming here and joining for the session and for the this Toastmasters Club. And I hope that and I wish all the very best to myself and all the participants that you will have a good learning experience and you will definitely be positive and in good confidence. Thank you so much.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and thank you again calling us on the podium. So the motivation here to join, I've already explained last time, but again I'm telling that what's the difference in that particular last 1 week. We all are professionals working for our organization, and or 24/7, you in back of the mind, your ongoing office work is going on, like what you have done today, what you have to do tomorrow, how to deal it. But in the last 1 week, one thing is also going on back of the mind, that what you are going to learn. And one positive thing, this word of the day, befuddled. The last time we have learned. So in the last 1 week, I have used that word multiple times in my own thoughts. I'm not explaining to someone, but yes, I've realizing that word and memorizing that word again and again, and thinking inside me that how can I use that particular word. So this is a positive thing where you learn in a very convivial manner. So, and again, here coming here, learning, I would say it's a learning by mistake. You learning by your own mistakes, learning by the fellow Toastmasters how they are describing, and the last thing I would say, it's like a you you will learn in a very positive manner, because it's like a hamam mein sab nange. So because you will not found this type of environment any place. So just come. I'm coming here just to learn in a very positive manner. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shora. This is Mahmoud Hassan, and it took little bit more time to join Toastmaster, because I I have a lots of plan in my future within 1 or 2 years, and even long-term goal and short-term goal. So I thought that I don't have so much time to join Toastmaster Club. but it took lots of time. Then I told Shahid sir that, sir, even I think I will not get 6 months of time to spend here. Maybe I'll try my best to spend more than 6 months here, inshallah. But it took time because of time. And then I told Mr. Shahid sir that I always invest my time, my money, my energy on personal improvement, because I genuinely believe that if I want to improve my communication skills or something that skills that we have to perform, we have to do it. So we have to practice a lot. So I genuinely believe investing in stock market, investing in business, investing in any asset is more important and more rewarding than investing in yourself. I believe that all the investing, you will get compound interest. Compound, you can compound your money. But if you invest your money to yourself, so it will like father of compounding, because at the end our whole life we are going to earn money through our knowledge, through our experience. So that's matter. That's why I invested my money, my time, my energy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's the intention.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. It was not the last night that I decided to join this club. It was during the last meeting attended last Saturday. I found this place, the atmosphere of this place, very convivial, and that was the moment I decided to join this club. And for today's role, as you know, since Wednesday, Shai sir starts sending messages to guys, please take the role, please take the role. So he was forwarding the same messages to me also, but I didn't reply. And finally, he had to say, Bahira, would you like to take this role? I said, okay, I don't want to let you down. I will take the role. So I want to thank you, Shahid sir. Thank Shahid sir that he put that trust. I hope I did justice with the role. Thank you.
He actually sends the message to everyone, and I maybe the first one or the second one jump towards taking the role, because what I believe that you came to understand how to do public speaking, and by sitting there, you cannot understand it very well. You have to come to this front stage, stand, understand, do mistakes, and thus you can actually learn this particular speaking style and with lots of techniques. Okay, on that note, let's invite our guests also. Guests. Guests. My guests. Our guests. All the guests. Please share your time spent. Because time, who told you time is money?
Yeah.
Anyone heard about this? Time is money?
Yes.
I will talk about myth. Okay, time is actually priceless. Okay, you cannot bring back your time spent. So how you spend your time
Yeah,
today?
definitely. Time is money. If time is lost, everything's lost. If you have time, you can manage your plan. You can work in a convenient way. Okay, and you can manage. You can do your work on time. Okay, if you miss the time, if you lost your time, so definitely you will fail to plan, and you're doing your work on in a great way. So definitely we should follow the time. We should march with the time. If you can do this.
Very nice. How do you feel today?
Yeah,
after
definitely
attending
I
this?
am feeling very good. And we start thinking to join and Toastmaster, and we
Don't
decide-
think, just join.
no, just yeah, thinking to join definitely. And Saf told us, Saf is my friend, and he told me about the Toastmaster, and definitely he shared. And I feel here is a very good environment, and everyone is very cool and very energetic. And definitely, if I expand here and 6 months and more, definitely it will help me in my professional career. Okay, because I am feeling because I having a 10 year experience in software development, and I am doing my job in a good way. Okay, and but I am facing the problem to communicate with someone, such as a client and my managers and the delivery manager. because they asked me about the status, and definitely I write a mail. But I got nervous on the time. Okay, so we have to improve this. If we improve, definitely my professional career, we, in a professional career, I can achieve more, and definitely I if I work and I work towards this communication skill, definitely it will help me in the near future.
Very
Yes.
good. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, the student, finally a student.
Yes.
Great.
The best thing I like about this meeting is the atmosphere. It is very energetic and friendly.
Convivial.
Convenient. I don't know why they are telling you you are low energy. But I think this is high energy.
High energy.
You did not see the high energy of that person. That's why.
I think so.
He is the lowest energy.
So also I want to take the membership of this club.
Okay, I'm a good salesperson. Thank you so much. Please settle down. Last but not the least, we are going to celebrate our presence here. And on that note, today I'm going to invite our Toastmaster, Ayesha ma'am, on stage to hand over all these achievements, all these certificates. And those who don't know Ayesha ma'am is a very good mother, a very brilliant Toastmaster, and a very good cook.
And fantastic wife also.
That you can share your own story in the next meeting. Okay, we all inviting you in the next session also. We will not leave you alone with your family. Okay, so first we have the best table topic speaker, and would you like to say the name?
Mahira Javed. Congratulations.
No. Today, Ayesha ma'am is the key person.
But you are our president.
Next, best evaluator.
Sahil Madan.
There. Great. Thank you so much. Next is best role player. For that, I would like to invite DTM Saeed on stage to hand over the certificate. And please announce the name.
Okay. Best role player. The general evaluator, Toastmaster Aisha. This is the first time after a very long time that a general evaluator is getting a prize.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you both settle down. Okay, so we'll stand here and please invite our next besties actually. One you and one you.
I'll first call the best auxiliary role player. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Miraj Siddiqui.
Okay. Who was the best speaker? Any guess? Best speaker?
Deepak.
Deepak.
Yes, you are.
One of the most humorous icebreakers I have heard. Had there been a contest, you would have been the topper. So this is how you share your feedback. Self-deprecating humor, calling yourself Barsati Mendak on stage is something really good.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
for this distribution. On that note, this is the end of meeting number 345. Can we have a group fee?
Yes.
Please join me for a group fee. Last time we missed it. You'll remember those days. तुम आगे रहो